So 0.2 Domain Gojo has been out on global for a little bit, and he's going to be the first target of my video series, doing 5 to 10 minute videos explaining units, going over their kit, and then having a small demonstration of that unit. Alongside, maybe we're also going to go over the memories that come out with those units. The first of Gojo's move is an S1. It is a melee taijutsu move that deals 500% melee taijutsu across 4 hits. Then he applies 150% break damage taken to the enemy, following up with a 300% taijutsu hit. That one has a higher chance of Black Flash than the initial 3. All of them have a decent chance. It's a very strong move, does a lot of damage for a total of 800%. The second move of Gojo's kit is his S2 that deals AoE taijutsu damage. It is 550% while lowering the enemy's critical hit resistance for 30% for 3 turns, then increasing his own taijutsu stat by 30% for 5 turns. Like I said, its AoE has a decent chance to crit but cannot Black Flash. Gojo's third move, his S3, is an AoE Jujutsu move that deals 550 Jujutsu damage to all enemies, while also increasing their break damage received by 45%. This is for 5 turns and does not stack, so you can only apply that once. It has a very low crit rate of 10%. Gojo's ultimate is his 0.2 Domain expansion, which applies the Infinite Void status for 2 turns. All enemies with Infinite Void status cannot gain their ultimate skill counts for 3 turns, and then they also take an increased 150% damage received for 3 turns. He also does a AoE 1700% taijutsu damage to all enemies across 4 hits. He then also leaves the battle after his domain is over. Now this Gojo has a unique support option in his kit, which means at the end of his life cycle, when he uses his ult and leaves the battlefield, he increases all allies' taijutsu and jujutsu stat by 60% for 4 turns. This is a really good mini support for as he is leaving, he is helping your team clean up anything that is left over. The memory that came along with Gojo is pretty good, but mostly for himself. The reason for that is that it's a 95% taijutsu stat increase to himself for 1 turn, and then if the character that is activating this memory is blue, it increases all allies' damage dealt by 20% for 3 turns. It has a really high 54.9% stat increase to the character that it is equipped to. Now the downside is the auto skill, and that really only applies to Gojo. When a character withdraws from combat from the 8th turn or on, all the allies recover 10 cursed energy. So the rest of this run is going to be a normal sweep run as Gojo, the main DPS. It is going to show you just how much damage this guy truly puts out, how fast he puts out this damage. As a character that does leave, kind of needs to do that. He does excel in this role. I think he is a good character to have, although he is a weird release because there's nothing in the game, at least when you get towards the end game content, that he is necessary for at all. He made clears quicker, but didn't necessarily add anything to the game itself. If you have any questions, comments, I'm going to be covering every single character in the game. If you want to comment who you want to see next, because I'm not going to do them in a specific order, I'm just going to cover who I feel like I should cover. With him coming out on global, I figured this would be a good time to post this video. So if you guys like this kind of content, feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.